Oh no. Oh no.
Hello.
Oh, you hear me? My fake scream didn't come through then. Hello everybody, welcome to GVGCast. I see the intro instead. I am your host today.
Daniel
like it.
Alba, you should be hearing me now. I apologize for that. My computer went through an update, and I thought I had fixed it for everything except this one. Anyway,
I know that.
just for Ash's sake in the post bit, I'm going to put the intro back in. We're going to start fresh. This is for Ash.
Doing it live.
Hello and welcome everyone to episode 66 of the GVGcast. I'm your host, Derek Bittner, this week, and joined by Daniel Alba and Brandon Miracle. Ash has a family, well, not family event, an event to get to, and Steve, I think, is stuck at work. So,
yeah.
No, those two are not around, and, you know... We could force John to be on here, but I suppose he does have that other kid now.
That might be a good reason to take a break this week.
We might.
Put Amelia on the show. She can
have Amelia host. That's all we need.
Gotta start her early.
Kai
The
was
legacy
on here.
begins.
I had Kai on the show. We need Amelia on the show. That's all we need to do.
Yeah.
But yes, congratulations once again to John. Birth of his son. I think, he's going to be taking a little bit of break here, but I have some plans to flesh out some content here while I'm continuing to work on more Zelda retrospective stuff, because apparently this has just turned into a year-long odyssey for me. Lucky me. But yeah, how have you guys been doing? How are you doing, Brandon? Because you have yours coming up soon too, don't you?
Yes, there's been a lot of prep work for that. Most of my last week was spent entertaining company after the baby shower we had. We got a boatload of diapers. I'm very, very happy.
You'll go through them quick?
We did a count. I think we're going to last not even like 3 weeks.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Do you have wipes? Wipes are also very, very good to have.
Yes, Michaela's uncle got us like 600 wipes and a wipe warmer, which he swears by.
A wipe warmer. I have not heard of that.
Warmer.
I've not heard complaints from, well, not that Kai can really complain, but he never really complained about it before. Maybe a little bit. He's like, oh, that's cold, but whatever. Trust me, those will last forever. So our set of wipes that we got from his baby shower lasted until he was like a year and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
we're in pretty good shape. We got pretty much everything we need. She and I just went out picking up a last bit of things that we needed. We needed a diaper pail, which we just got. We needed baby monitor, which we just ordered. It's not here yet. But I think I've mentioned it on the Twitch streams. But if you look at my Twitter, you can see how we painted the nursery, all Yoshi themed. It came out really great. Michaela and her friend did a good job. So that room's pretty much set to go. I was getting really nervous because it's only 6 weeks away and we weren't done yet, but we're good to go now.
All right, that's good. And yeah, as Azrian says, you can trust Yoshi to protect a child.
There's a whole gaggle of Yoshis in there protecting her.
Yeah, it's all good. What about you, Daniel? What have you been up to?
Man, this week I've been just playing some... I was trying to beat Final Fantasy 16 before Pikmin 4 came out, which I just ran back home to pick up. We'll talk more about that later. But, geez, I can't get through that game. It's just there's so much to it. And the more I get through it, I don't know, the further I get into it, the more I'm kind of just glazing my eyes over a bit, over certain aspects of it. Like... There's very key integral parts of the story that are super like obvious that there are big moments, and when you start those, there's like a big like chain of battles and events and the boss battle. It's all great. The time in between, I start to get sleepy, especially when you have like a lot of, if you're the kind of person to do all the side quests and such,
Yo.
like it fleshes out the world for sure. But everyone's just like, when everyone talks like this, and one ticket for Barbie, please. And then you're just like, all right, I just want to get on with the story. Toro's a good boy though. He's always a good boy there. It keeps me engaged for sure. But gaming related, it was pretty much just me like playing that, and then complete opposite, playing Pikmin 2 on streams and finishing that 100% before Pikmin 4 came out. And in between all that, I was working on a highlight reel for all of my design work. Well, not all, but my design work, video work, animations, all that, etc. It's on my Twitter. It got a lot of good feedback, so I was happy to finally get that out there. And hopefully someone's be like, hey, do you want to work for us?
Hey, let's hope.
Yeah.
But before I get to what I've been up to, of course, we're going to shout out our good friend, The Game Orb, our sponsor, as always. The Game Orb is a YouTube channel that brings commentary and gameplay footage from the Nintendo Switch and Xbox Series X gaming systems. While games like Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu can be seen on the channel along with others, the Game Orb will now be adding has added Splatoon 3, Super Mario Sunshine, and Fall Guys to the gaming collection, and it's very possible in the next coming weeks that they'll be starting to stream on Twitch as well. So you can watch them live, which is very exciting. So be sure to subscribe to the Game Orb at the link in the description. I guarantee that once we have a Twitch channel for them and they're all set to go on that, we'll have links to that as well. So definitely check all them out. Let me go ahead and pop that in the chat. But yes, thank you so much, Game Orb. Supporter since the beginning, always doing wonderful work. Really is appreciated. And I will pin that as soon as this new heart emoji thing is out of the way on the chat. What the heck? Okay, now it's pinned. That was weird. Anyway, really do appreciate all of that. But as far as me and my gaming time, it's been a while since I played Zelda. I really want to play Zelda, but Kai is saying no. My Zelda time up to this point has always been while I'm watching him. It's because usually he's running around a bit, so I can't focus on work like with my laptop and write stuff. Sometimes I can. He'll give me that time, but most of the time I have to get up and going. So it's easier to pause a game than it is to like get back into the rhythm of working. But unfortunately, unfortunately, he's developed some taste because he'll see me boot up my Switch, and since we recently played Mario Kart's new DLC, he sees Mario Kart. He wants Mario Kart. That's all he wants to watch. So he will just insist on watching Mario Kart all the time, and to the point where he I'll like, oh, do you want to watch this movie? Do you want to watch this? It's like, no, it's Mario Kart. He wants to watch Mario Kart gameplay. So I'm like, well, I got to get these other things to do. I can't be playing with him. So I'm like playing for him. So I'll put on YouTube on the TV and just put on somebody's playthrough of all the tracks so that he can watch them. I'm like, all right, that'll work. Sure.
There you go.
I'd love to play Zelda, but he's not really letting me because if he's distracted like that, I'll usually try to get other things done. But yeah, maybe eventually, but that's not how that's all going. Otherwise, I have made progress on Street Fighter 6. I'm on the final chapter. I just need to strengthen my character up a bit because they're starting to get their butt kicked. Like my health level is on par with everything else, but they get destroyed damage-wise. So I gotta kind of figure out something to do about that. But still very much enjoying it. But I decided since I am this close, I am literally 7 minutes away of core editing to do to finish up Zelda Part 2.
So close.
Zelda Part 2 will be releasing very soon. I'll be finishing up tonight. So I bought myself Final Fantasy 16 so I can play it as well and experience that game finally. But yeah, tonight I am, after this stream, after the GVG cast, I'm going to be really focusing on trying to get that done. Mainly the main editing. And then it's going back through, making sure there's no mistakes, getting music involved and all that. And have all that because I need to start writing Part 3 now because this is not going to be done until the end of the year. I freaking swear. It's just so much. if people don't watch my Twitter, are not aware of my Twitter, I think I covered. Let me see if I can find that whole announcement thing because I don't tweet much anymore, but that's all right. I think I covered like 10 or 11 games in the first part. Yeah. That's Daniel's retweet. Nope. I'm so sorry for this. Here we go. Part 1 was 74 minutes long and covered 12 games. Part 2 is 81 minutes long and it's only covering 5. There are 20 games left.
It's just going to get longer as
Yep.
it goes.
We are witnessing Derek's magnum opus unfold and the madness that comes with it.
Very much madness that comes with it. Ugh, 2 short films for these things. Either way, though, that is my lineup and what I've been up to, so I'm looking forward to get to that. But what else you guys been up to? Anything else that look forward to or anything like that?
Well, go ahead, Brandon. You have anything else that you've got coming up or working on?
I have stuff that I'm working on. We're working on the 2nd episode of Jeopardy, where we're going to have Derek defend his title.
Yeah, let's see if I can just get an early lead and do nothing. That worked out very well last time.
You might not be able to because I proposed some ideas to Brandon that's going to change things a little bit this time.
No, not ideas.
Oh,
I'll probably be the guinea pig for these ideas too, because I'm pretty sure I'll be on this episode as well.
Oh, okay. I know. I offered up a bunch of subjects or categories to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
John sent me like 3 categories worth of questions. Like,
oh my God.
almost an entire episode's worth. I got a lot to work with. But yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. So look forward to that. I hope we can make time to record that next week.
I should be able to. Again, my schedule will free up a little bit because I'm going to take a little bit of time to catch up. Take a little break before I go whole hog into it. Plus, I have other smaller videos that I want to start working on to help fill in while John's away at the moment. So
Same here. I have an idea. I had an idea for a video, and as I started to write things out, I thought to myself, "Oh no, this might be the biggest video I've ever made on the channel so far." It's like, whoops.
I feel that.
That's the reason why I have every single Pikmin box out here. This is the only hint y'all get. I have every single box for Pikmin right here, 1 through 4, and 3 twice because it's on Switch and the Wii U. But
where's the Wii version?
Wait.
It's gonna be fun.
You're also missing Hey Pikmin. Excuse me.
What was? Well. Okay then.
Beautiful.
Lost my train of thought now. That's happening. So yeah.
No, that's cool. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to it. I love that Brandon Brovia. Daniel just broke.
Daniel.exe.
I had a clear idea of what I was talking about, and then now it's gone. So anyways,
that's what we're here for.
Whatever.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into the news. But before that, of course, we got some super chats to thank you, all of you, for. They've come in as we've gone through. And because of the wonderful YouTube design, I cannot see who the initial super chat was from because the pin has decided to block it. That's wonderful design.
It sure is.
Anyway, thank you to them and your donation. It is highly appreciated. But they're saying Final Fantasy 16 trivia. Dalmekie has a few weird Polish words. Nysa is river in Poland. Poland is a river in Poland. Kosnice means morge or plural. And Kupka is a cute way to say poop. Good night. Well, there you go.
Mimikyu lost a tail, I think, is the name.
That's it. I do remember that. Mimikyu lost a tail. Thank you so much for that super chat. And, I hope you all have a good Kupka tonight. I guess. Next
I've
up,
never thought about Kupka that way.
Yeah. It makes me think about weird, like, is that what the Moogle's been talking about all this time? Kupo? RecBCQ, thank you so much for your $5 super chat saying, hey everyone, excited to watch today's GVG cast. Always cheers me up when I'm down. Just wanted to show gratitude for that. Well, it's appreciated, and gratitude for you being here as well. And Brandon Bovia with $5 as well. Thank you, saying, it's the boys. Hope you all are well and have a good weekend. Thank you so much. Podcast partner right there. Also has a new manga he's working on in Shonen Jump well, if you're into horror manga, I'd recommend it. Wild Strawberry. It's a trip. 2 chapters only so far, so it's still free if you don't have the Shonen Jump app. But it's pretty wild.
Ooh.
Laxnor with a $9.99 super chat, saying Mortal Kombat 1 just keeps looking better and better. Mortal Kombat is not known for their guest characters returning, but if one did, who would you want to come back from Mortal Kombat, and who would you want to be a cameo? Returning guest character.
I don't have a lot of familiarity with this topic.
I have no familiarity with Mortal Kombat.
I'd probably go with probably Jason. Jason just seems to fit so well with that whole aesthetic. So I'd like to see that. As far as cameo, classic ninja suited reptile, I guess. I don't know. They're pulling from the old games, so we'll go with that. I've not played a ton of Mortal Kombat myself, so there is. We miss Steven. I think Ashton also knows a lot more, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Tinker with a $5 super chat as well. Thank you so much, saying, hey, y'all, just wanted to let y'all know that Klonoa 1 and 2 remakes for Steam are only $8.60 on Green Man Gaming. That is a good deal. Yeah, definitely
Do it.
Definitely pick that up. Good games. Jaden Buck with $5 saying, crazy question Fridays. Crazy question number 91. If cars ever became capable of flying, how complicated do you think driver's ed would be? I mean, as complicated as us getting flying cars, I suppose.
Yeah. What more can you say than that?
Thank you so much. And then for now, Pirate Jake with $5 saying, hey, everyone, hot take time. I think 3DS, XY, ORAS, and SM taken together is the best era of Pokemon. What do you think, and what is all of yours? Best console generation of Pokemon.
Probably DS. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black White 2. Those are my favorites.
I would agree. Minus Diamond and Pearl, because I didn't play those.
Yeah, I played Diamond and Pearl. That's actually what got me back into Pokemon. May not be my favorite now, but yeah, that the DS generation does seem to be the best. It's hard to beat that sprite work on Black and White, the Black and White games.
You can't beat the Black and White dynamic sprite work that they did with that. The stretch and pull with sprite work that still worked out so well.
Yeah.
You can't replicate that or beat it at this point. Go back to it, actually.
Oh yeah.
Go back to it.
Dead off the line. Gen 5 had Pokemon Conquest. That's just even better fuel for the fire. They like DS, best era. There we go.
Easy.
Perfect. Well, let's say we get into the news, and there's been a decent amount. More than I expected. We'll start off with the big one right off the bat that did not come out today. Insomniac has revealed, thanks to Comic-Con going on, their story trailer for Spider-Man 2, where we got our first reveal of Venom. How you boys feeling about this?
I didn't watch the trailer because I didn't want to spoil myself, but I have seen Venom, and he looks good.
It's a good design.
Yeah.
Looking good, yeah. I'm anticipating this game very much, and I'm looking forward to playing Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool little story bits. Miles got a cool new cut.
Yeah, I like it.
And everyone's looking good. I'm excited to see more. But yeah, Venom's looking pretty good, and I'm just curious to see how it all plays out, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Peter looks different again. Like
he's like a
more different than
refined
his second design.
Version of what he was for the remake or the remaster.
There is no consistency with this man.
No, that mask warps your face. Honestly, I
saw
didn't
a
find
meme.
it. Oh, go ahead.
I saw a meme of the 3 different Peter designs, and someone was like, I can't wait for all 3 Peters to meet.
Why do you sound like me? And that's where we get the pointing me. It's like, why do you sound like me? Why do you sound like me? I honestly, I didn't find that story trailer too spoilery. It's about all about what I expect. Honestly, more of like character relation type stuff and vague ideas, and definitely highlighting, the return of Harry. that sort of thing. But yeah, I think it looks pretty solid. It's a great Venom design, great Venom voice, and
Visually speaking as well, it looks like pretty significant upgrade over the last game.
oh yeah, even
As I've been
just
playing remastered,
Miles
and
Morales.
yeah, it definitely looks like it's been cooking for a bit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I played Miles Morales just pretty much right after, like not long after Across the Spider-Verse came out. I was in that need for more Spider-Man, and yeah, the game looks great, feels great, and I'm expecting pretty much more or less that experience going into Spider-Man 2.
yeah. I mean, it's Insomniac. It's one of the developers I trust most, so I'm like, I have no fear when it comes to this game whatsoever. Honestly, the biggest challenge here as players is Mario Wonder comes out the same day.
Yeah,
I know that's an issue for Brandon.
That's a tough one for me.
an issue
I
for
mean,
all of us.
I'm a Mario man. Mario man. I guess that's true. I'm a Mario man through and through. So I'm probably going to play Mario first. And I've said this before, but I think Mario is going to be easier to pick up and play. You know, I can do a couple levels, finish a world, switch over to Spider-Man for, a day or two, go back to Mario. I'm also like, if Mario has online multiplayer as well, that might be an entire just stream experience.
Oh man,
Depends on if Daniel wants to do that.
I can't imagine it wouldn't be, given the Mario Maker had online, Mario 3D World had online. It'd be really weird if this one didn't have some kind of online experience, especially when they're showing so much of the 4-player in that initial trailer.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Crossing my fingers, but Nintendo gonna Nintendo. I mean, Kirby.
You really never know.
Didn't get online, so yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope it'd be really really nice, but yeah, Mario Wonder is I think just easier to pick up and play, which helps dads like us. Daniel, he can pick up both and just like play both at the same time. Like, this is easy in comparison.
There's a lot of dad energy around here lately. Yeah, I don't know why a lot of people act like they have to pick one or the other. You can play both. They're completely different, unique experiences. I mean, it matters if you can't afford both, if you have to pick one or the other. But I mean, you can. People act like you have to commit to one or the other. Same thing with like Persona 5 Tactica and Super Mario RPG are coming out on the same day. I think more people are leaning towards Super Mario RPG though for that one.
I mean,
you don't have to commit to Barbie or Oppenheimer. Why can't you just Mario Man like I just did?
Like everybody's picking up Pikmin 4 today. I picked up Final Fantasy 16. You know, I'm just behind the times. Honestly, it kind of works out to pick up Mario Wonder and Mario RPG first, just because they're Nintendo games. They don't go down in price. But if it takes you long enough, you might be able to get Spider-Man and Persona 5 Tactica for a decent price. I mean, you wait 6 months and you'll probably definitely get a good price for that. Because I remember, I see what Persona 5 Strikers goes for nowadays. You can probably get it for $20. It's like, I think I might wait on Persona 5 Tactica.
I might wait for that too. It's as big of a Persona fan I am, but I might have to pick up Spider-Man sooner because I want that to be involved in my discussion for Game of the Year, and I don't know how soon the price will go down before then.
That's true. That is very true.
Also, if you're planning on picking up Mario Wonder and Mario RPG, or if you haven't picked up Pikmin yet, and you can swing it, get some Switch vouchers. Save yourself $20.
I need to look into that because I don't get it consistently enough. So I've not done the voucher system. Probably worth it doing. Well, speaking of Switch games, little minor thing here, but the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Pyra and Mythra amiibo have released today. Technically, a Smash Pyra and Mythra, but they work with Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which is the more important part here, so that the I believe it's the swordsmith or swordsman class can have their blades as the appearance for their weapon. But in a nice change of pace, it also came with an update that adds a whole new quest so you can get it without getting the amiibo.
Thank God.
You do not have to pick up the amiibo if you want to have those swords in game. That's a nice touch.
That's really cool. Yeah, it's funny that we're living in an era where we were anticipating mostly Xenoblade amiibo, because these two and then Noah and Mio are still planned to come out sometime in the future. We haven't even seen them yet.
Wow.
But clearly, if they're following the same formula, whatever they give you, Xenoblade 3 might update to have it so that you can get them without the amiibo as well, hopefully.
Probably at this rate. I mean, they
but,
invented
yeah.
a whole new Nopon called Meebo Me, which I love.
Oh my god, I haven't done it yet. I'm waiting for my order to come in, I guess Monday or so, because I'm this close to having all the Smash Brothers amiibo at this rate.
Oh man,
that's a commitment.
I need like the player 2 for Bayonetta and then Sora. That's the only ones left.
What we need to do, Daniel, is we need to build a room that is similar to the Melee trophy room and just recreate that shot.
Just throw everyone on the table, basically, and make that happen. There's always an amiibo within arm's reach. I have a problem, you guys, but it's almost over.
The long nightmare is almost over. Oh, goodness. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Looking forward to getting those. But I suppose we should talk about why the heck Bluey is on the YouTube thumbnail.
Yeah.
Well, one, it's a good show and you should watch it. But two, it's getting a video game. It has been rated by the Australian Classification Board and is in development at Artax Games and will be published by Outright Games. Although, as many of us have pointed out, though, very odd that there's a lot of, there's plenty of Australian developers out there, yet they're not the ones making this. But we have a Bluey game coming, which doesn't seem like that big of news, but when I was collecting all this, there wasn't the extra news that came out today. But I guess, have you guys watched Bluey at all? I guess that's the big question there.
I've been saving Bluey for baby, but it's gonna be on our rotation.
Trust me, it will.
Yeah.
I have my 3 little sisters who on rotation they'll watch certain shows, like they'll watch Bluey or they'll watch Miraculous, shows like that, and I kind of can't tune in every now and then when I come downstairs and I see whatever they're watching. So I have caught wind of those, and I've seen clips too. And yeah, I can tell how it's popular with both the adults and the children as well. So watch out, Peppa Pig. Your reign of terror is coming to an end. Blue's going to be the best video game cartoon adaptation.
It has to be better than Peppa Pig. Please be better than Peppa Pig, because, I mean, I'm not expecting high art here or anything like that. I mean, I'm looking at Artax Games and not a great lineup. Like, nothing that anybody here would really know. But some PS4 games, some iPad games. They have a Switch game called Body Quest, it looks like, which it's edutainment. They do a lot of edutainment stuff. Their first game was Mathland. So that makes sense. I mean, this is a decent fit in terms of that. But, as I think the big thing to me is if they just have the same writers, the same sense of humor, because that's where that show really shines. And yeah, we'll see. I don't think we'll have that moment where it's like Rip the Queen in that Peppa Pig game. You guys have seen that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, iconic.
Yeah. That's a power move right there.
Where are all my Blue's Clues fans at?
Right? Blue's Clues had to have gotten games back in the day, right?
It did.
Okay.
But that show is currently producing new episodes, and
that is true.
Where's my Blue's Clues game? I'll buy it as a 30-year-old man.
You have an excuse now. It's for my kid.
I'll still watch Steve solve clues. You don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. So yeah, Bluey. Can look forward to that. We'll see how that turns out. I don't think it's anything major, but it's cute. Speaking, kind of going off the Switch idea though, that there's been a European ruling that might really affect Nintendo and just handheld gaming in general. I guess at this point, the Steam Deck in the future, because they have ruled that handheld consoles will need easily switchable batteries by 2027. So
good.
You know, that is you're right. That is an absolutely good thing. It's like, it is crazy. Like, because these things, if they crap out, you need to be able to like fix them, right? So,
Right to repair.
yeah, pretty much. So, yeah.
Yeah, I shouldn't need to, like, if my Joy-Con are having problems, I shouldn't need to pull out all these tools to open up a Joy-Con and figure out, like, how can I replace this battery if it's dying at this point. Although at this point I mostly opened it because of drift and other such things, but at the same time, yeah, I think this is going to be more beneficial for the consumer in the long run.
Has to be. I wonder if this will affect the Switch successor, because I have to imagine it's going to be a hybrid again. It has to be.
I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
Yeah.
Given the little clues we have so far of, like, carrying over our Nintendo accounts onward, things like that. It'd be weird and unusual if they don't pursue just essentially doing a Switch 2 at this point with the model that they've assembled over the last 6 years.
And third parties can actually probably take advantage of this. It's like, want better battery life? Replace it with this one. It gives you 20 hours instead of 10 hours. That sort of thing. Honestly, it's kind of works out, except for, the console makers that they have to do that stuff. But, whatever. Screw it. It's better for us. That's the important thing here. So, yep. Now, we already had a video about this earlier today, courtesy of Steve, but I wanted to get our thoughts on this whole thing, where there's a rumor, from a pretty reliable source. They tend to be on top of these things. That there is going to be a PlayStation 5 Pro released by November of 2024, and internally it's referred to as Project Trinity. And apparently has been in active development since 2022. Apparently there are some specifications revealed here. Let's see. The upgraded system will aim for improved frame rates and 4K resolution, optional 8K modes, and accelerated ray tracing. And it's like, cool, but I don't need to upgrade. Why do I need to upgrade? I don't have anything like that really supports it.
Yeah, there's, like, on the PS5 right now, like, whatever it can do, there are like big games that they don't even need that kind of performance. There's barely any PS5 games that can use the hardware to a maximum potential as it is. What need is there to upgrade it right now at all?
I can think of one game I'm playing right now that could benefit from some extra horsepower, and that's Final Fantasy 16. It's not bad, but I'd rather be able to play it in constant 60 FPS, which you can't. And for some people, that causes some motion sickness. My first few hours of that game were hard on my eyes.
I heard you can turn off motion blur now, so that might help.
You can. You couldn't do that at launch.
They added that, yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty much in agreement. Like, when I can only think of one game that I've played where I'd be like, yeah, that'd be nice. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, it really doesn't. The only advantage of this that I can think of is PS5 classics or whatever will be cheaper. Like, you could, or unless they decide, like, no, this is the premium version, so it's get that $600 back for the PS5 Pro or something like that. But yeah,
I guess I wouldn't be too upset if there was a decent trade-in value, like, just get the new system. Like,
maybe
it's hard to say. I bought see the PS4 generation. I didn't get a PS4 until the Pro came out. I bought it for Monster Hunter, big surprise. And I did get to see a 1-to-1 comparison between PS4 and PS4 Pro, and it was a nice change. Like, specifically in Monster Hunter World's case, it just ran so much better on the PS4 Pro, and that was nice. I mostly need to know how it affects games I'm already playing. Like, I'm way more interested in that. Like, I don't care about 8K because I don't have an 8K TV.
No.
Yeah.
If I can get consistent 4K 60 FPS, then maybe. But no, I would not buy this at full price.
I've only ever had a just base PS4. I think I have a PS3 Slim, but I have a PS4, like, just the regular one. And none of the games I actually even play really need that kind of processing power of a Pro, so I never really found a need to buy that. So yeah, at the same time, it's like a lot of people probably don't even need this kind of thing, especially when many things in the shop are just like some are indie titles, some are just smaller titles. There's not a lot of big games that, as I already mentioned, that use it to the maximum potential that would necessarily require us to buy a whole other console for this sort of luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got a PS5, a PS4 Pro, excuse me, because I had the opportunity and I gave my old PS4 to Amy. Just was like, I have a use of it for this, so sure, I'll upgrade and get this slightly better stuff, and you can have the old version, and it's fine.
That's what we did with when the Zelda OLED came out. I already had one, so I was like, I'll just get the new special edition. You can have my old one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never picked up the OLED. Mine still have just a regular Switch, so.
My regular one was dying, so Zelda came to my rescue. I have that OLED now.
Amazingly, my Switch has been hanging in there. I don't know why it hasn't died, because it is a launch Switch, but it's hanging in there. I'm okay with this. But yeah. That would have been it for the news, but Comic-Con is happening, and Mortal Kombat's panel also happened, where they revealed 2 new trailers. One being the reveal of 3 new playable characters, Li Mei, Tanya, and Baraka. I looked it up, and Li Mei is originally debuted in Deadly Alliance, the PS2 game. Tanya was started out in Mortal Kombat 4, and, I know Baraka. Baraka's been in there since Mortal Kombat 2. So that's all cool. And then we also got the confirmation of the Combat Pack DLC characters, which includes Omni-Man, Peacemaker or Peacekeeper, Peacemaker or Peacemaker. Either way, John Cena, and the guy from The Boys. I don't watch The Boys, so whatever his name is.
Peacemaker, by the way.
Peacemaker, okay. Fitting.
I kind of love this. This is just like this hodgepodge of off-brand superheroes from companies that aren't DC and Marvel, and I really like that.
Well, Peacemaker is a DC character. He was in Suicide Squad, so he is in that DC universe.
True. But like in Peacemaker's case, like it's specifically John Cena, which is even funnier. But having Homelander and Omni-Man is crazy to me, especially Omni-Man, because if you've watched Invincible, man is brutal and very scary.
Yeah, that's for sure. This is terrible to say, but I remember, like, Invincible came out and Kai was recently born, so I'm holding in my arms, taking care of him. Like, I'll have this, and I put the first episode on, and to get to the end of that first episode, it's like, I gotta turn away. You're like, you probably have no idea what's going on, but I cannot look at this with you. This is too brutal.
No. The end of that first episode is not.
I was traumatized. Like, oh my God.
Oh my goodness. He's gonna fit right in. That's so good.
I can just think of. Like I said, I've never watched The Boys, so I don't know much about Homelander. But there's some good fatalities to choose from when it comes to Peacemaker and Omni-Man.
Invincible's second season is coming soon too, so the timing's pretty good for that.
Yeah,
and
sure.
The Boys is several seasons in already, I want to say.
I think so, yeah. But yeah, it's pretty wild. We also got, I believe it was Ermac, Quan Chi, and I forget the third one, but there's another regular Mortal Kombat character mixing it up there. But I mean, so far it seems Mortal Kombat 1 seems very decent. It's just it looks fine. I don't know why. I just don't have that inclination to pick it up.
I've never been a big Mortal Kombat guy. Not that I dislike it in any way. It's just, if I'm going to play a fighting game, I'd rather play one that's a little more accessible, like Street Fighter 6 or Dragon Ball Fighters or Smash Brothers. I like watching Mortal Kombat, but I don't know if it's something that I'd particularly like to play. Now, if they were making Injustice 3, I would buy that because I'm a DC fan.
What about you, Daniel?
I'm honestly not much of a Mortal Kombat guy, so I can't really speak much upon the topic. But it's not
Fair.
really something I feel like I would pick up. Not so much as like Street Fighter was one that appealed more to me as far as the fighting game to pick up this year. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm not a blood and gore kind of guy, honestly.
Yeah, I remember your stories. It's definitely a bit much. Yeah, I think like I did pick up Mortal Kombat X when it came out because I was heard good things about Mortal Kombat 9, and I did enjoy it. It just after that I was like I feel like I got my fill. Plus I have like YouTube to watch the story. Like all I care about as far as Mortal Kombat is actually the ongoing story. I find that fun to watch, but I don't feel a need to play. I guess it's an odd thing. Like absolutely respect it, and it certainly sells the best out of all these fighting games. But I don't know, just not something I need to pick up. Feel the need to pick up.
Yeah, I think I'm the same way. I mean, if you put it in front of me and asked me to play it, I'd play it.
Oh yeah, same.
But not on the priority list right now. But if it ever goes on sale for like $10-15 with DLC, I'd pick it up.
Yeah, I can see that happening in like 2 years.
Yeah.
So, not too surprising there. And we're about to probably get a bunch of fighting game news because Evo's coming up.
Oh yeah.
So
crossing my fingers for more Dragon Ball Fighters because I don't want it to end.
it's time for Fighters 2. I don't think they'd announce
Please.
Fighters 2 there, but yeah.
No.
I don't know. I'm just enjoying I'm honestly more interested in Tekken. Tekken 8 is continuing to look pretty good for me. I was sad I did not get the invite into the beta. Oh,
I didn't either.
It's a shame. Well, before we move on to our patron topics for this week, we did get a few more super chats. First up from Tommy Dionath's archive, with $5 saying, "Here's a thought: the Mario, Sonic, and Barbie movies were all originally going to be under Sony, possibly through the Columbia Pictures label. That'd be a heck of a crossover. I actually did not know that. Yeah.
I
Cool.
mean,
I
would invite it.
We need, you know what? We need the three of them in an Olympic Games movies. It's perfect.
Oh my god.
It's time for them to go to the Olympics. All right. YouTube is censoring my comments with $2. Thank you so much, saying we need a Bluey FPS using the heavy light feather. I'm kind of down for that. YouTube don't understand that at all, but it's just a make-believe game they have where like they can make things heavy by pointing at them. So,
Okay.
honestly, same sort of idea. They actually have a magic fight in one episode, and it's actually kind of funny to watch. I don't know. There's things they could do.
I've heard that series just surprises you like that sometimes. I'm just interested. The sheer curiosity that I hear from dads and kids alike. It's just like, maybe I should look at this more often.
Well, the other thing to beware of is it's very easy to look at the dad character in that show and feel like, oh God, I'm so inadequate as a father. He's so much better than I am.
Oh no,
That
I'm
doesn't
not even
sound like something I need as a new dad.
I'm not even a father, and I'll probably still feel inadequate.
I mean, he just goes all out. Is this one of those things? It's like, oh man, I just need to step it up. But
I need to size up over here.
Yeah.
Bluey's dad is showing me up. Hold on, man.
No, one of my favorite lines, he just has this unicorn puppet out, and just like the Bluey asks the unicorn puppet, yeah, what's your favorite food? He just leans in close, like gets up next to her face and goes, children. Just cracks me up.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Jay Westby 65 with a $2 super chat saying, I can't watch. I'll rewatch the vid. So hi, future me. Hello, future you and current you and past you.
Hello.
Hilarious.
Welcome, and you better stay this. I'm just kidding. Thanks for joining us.
Tinker with $2. Thank you so much. Saying, which release trailer do you prefer, Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom? Honestly, probably Breath of the Wild. That gave me chills. Like Tears of the Kingdom, I think is definitely the better game. But Breath of the Wild, that original song they had there, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually thinking Tears because of the music, but in this case, the music for that trailer isn't exclusive to the trailer, right?
I don't know, to be honest. I've only done 2 of the dungeons, so.
Yeah, I don't think it is. So I guess Breath of the Wild because of that, but I do like Tears of the Kingdom's main theme more. A lot more, actually.
True. Fair enough.
Man, I don't know. I think Tears for me, honestly, like the title drop, and then you hear the main theme, the main like Hyrule Field's main theme, and just the fact that there was more to chew on with the story that time than there was for Breath of the Wild. That one probably hits more for me, honestly.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair. I just haven't watched the Tears of the Kingdom one as much because it is out and they released it, and then the game was out, and it was like, well, I'm just gonna play the game now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness. But yeah, that's all our super chats for now. So let's go ahead and jump over into our patron topics for the week. And you know what? It's been a little bit. Wait. Oh, okay. I thought you were like, I forgot something. Brandon, not Brandon, but Daniel, with the way you were.
Oh no.
Motioning.
I'm just looking at the topics.
No worries. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and start with you, Daniel. What's your patron topic this week?
My patron topic this week comes from Jack Salmons and is asking, what graphical aesthetic entices you most with games right now? Pixel graphics, early polygon graphics, the 1990s style, evolved polygons, early mid-2000s style, or the currently used HD models? I'm not sure if you're asking from this specific set or from any kinds of models or any kind of style. If I wanted to pick from this set, I'm a total pixels guy. I love my pixel art. That's just me as an artist being able to appreciate, and someone who's done a little bit of pixel art myself. It's a process. It's really hard to do and to make them look very smooth and dynamic. That kind of art style is so endearing to me, and it never gets old. Even from way back then, it's a certain art style that I think can always endure no matter what high fidelity graphics, HD, 8K games come out in this era. But if I was going to specifically pick one, I love myself some cel shaded art. I think that's some of the best art styles that you can accomplish with a very a very smooth, clean aesthetic. Ever since like Wind Waker introduced that to me, I always thought that was like a really cool way to do art in a way that you haven't seen in any other games. Wind Waker, Genshin Impact has probably the best anime style that adapts this in any game I've ever seen. It looks beautiful. Games like Scarlet Nexus, that one did it very well as well. And gosh, what was another one I was thinking of? Oh, Fire Emblem Engage, like pretty much adapted the cel shaded art style from like the cutscenes of Awakening and just made that the entire game. And I think that clean look just looks so nice. I like my clean and colorful games, even if they're not strictly cel shaded. A game like Mario RPG, the remake, looks so pretty, looks so nice. I'm gonna love just looking at that game when it comes out.
What about you, Brandon?
I'm pretty much a sucker for N64 looking visuals.
It's the glove man.
Oh no, he's ready to throw hands.
If you release a game that has visuals like that, there's a good chance I'm going to buy it without even asking. I forget his name. The guy who made the Tori games.
Oh, I don't know his name, but I'm aware of the Tori games.
He has a whole bunch of games like that that are just that N64 style that have weird horror undertones. I buy all of his games and I play all of them. Yeah, I'm just a sucker for it. I just like that kind of low fidelity look because I like how he applies it to horror, especially because as a kid, that low fidelity look invited a lot of mystery. You know, without knowing how games were made back then, like you couldn't always see the whole world because there was that N64 fog, or there would be impossibly tall mountains that you couldn't see behind because there was really nothing there. Yeah, it just, I don't know. It sets a kind of mood that I don't think you can achieve with high fidelity graphics today.
Yeah. Two things about that. That's probably one of the reasons why I just love Majora's Mask, because it is weird and mysterious and you can't see everything. And some of that is because of limitations, but that lends to the speculation people have about the story and characters and all of that. And also, I felt that when we were playing Smash Remix, going back and seeing some characters like demade into polygons that you would see in Smash Brothers for the N64 made me happy. And it's the stages too. Seeing stages just demade and characters as well is really fun time. But I can't believe you just had Glover within hand's reach there, as always.
He sits right here. He is always within arm's length.
He's always on hand.
There you go.
Very handy.
I really like the I guess it's similar to Pixel, but it's like the super smooth Pixel, like where it looks almost hand animated at times. Stuff like King of Fighters 13, the Metal Slug series, Cuphead to a degree. That artistic style, where it's, I guess that cell shading evolved out of and is used super effectively by Arxis for Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball, is gorgeous to me. It works so well. Way forward as well, Down Alpha Lion. They do
anything that can like emulate just that anime or 2D hand-drawn style, like Spirit Fair always comes to mind. That game is gorgeous.
I love Spirit Fair.
Yeah. Wario Land Shake It, where it's like you're playing a Wario anime. I love that kind of look, and I wish more games did it. But I recognize that probably takes a lot of extra time and effort.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You definitely can see the effort on screen. I hear, like, I never played King of Fighters 13. I've only seen it played, and it's just like, my God, it's gorgeous. But I also heard that the amount of time, I think it was like a year per character to get it all set. So there's a reason it's not used as much, or for smaller indie games where it's a bit more simple and doesn't have quite as many frames of animations as those old games, because it is a intense bit of work to have all that.
But boy, does it stick the landing.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah,
man, good stuff. Why don't we go ahead and do yours next, Brandon?
So my topic comes from Azran, and it says, compliment a panelist whose video feed is adjacent to yours, with screen wrap for the two on the edges. So I'm smack dab in the middle of both y'all, so because I don't think we're going to screen wrap because there's only 3 of us, I want 2 compliments, so I'm going to compliment each of you.
Okay.
There we go.
Daniel, you're an excellent graphic designer. You're also a great friend, and you have incredible style. I love your various headbands. You come to every Nintendo Direct or every stream wearing an appropriate shirt. I do not have this power.
No.
But I always see you. I always recognize it. So, just wanted you to know that.
I'm glad someone appreciates that. But thank you.
Derek,
you're too kind.
I have been watching you since I was in college.
Oh God.
It's been a decade, brother.
I know.
I've always looked up to you. I think you're a great writer and a great video maker. And it's always an honor to know that I am on the same team as you.
I am. I guess I'll just pick up where that goes for. I am very happy to have you on the same team as me, because I think your skills are apparent. Like, your editing puts mine to shame easily, and to see how easily you can do certain things compared to like me trying to be meticulous about it is like, it's like I'm the jealousy is setting in. He's just too good. I mean, kind of same for Daniel. If I just pop that in there because his design aesthetic and whatnot, it's just like, I wish I had those skills. But having you guys on there, it's like, I'm friends with the guys with those skills. I'm okay with this.
We complement each other.
Exactly. While complimenting each other.
Oh man. So for me, it looks like I have our good friend Brandon next to me. What can I say? Like, we were we were total unknowns going into me kind of coming into Good Vibes Gaming because Steve invited me to like be in the art house, and the first time I really spoke to Steve was also Brandon was also in that call. We were talking about something with the logo and the branding at that point. I wasn't sure where we were going quite yet, but that was the first time I talked with y'all. I didn't know who Brandon was, so I felt kind of weird, but I didn't want to make a bad impression because he seemed like a really nice guy. I didn't meet him until PAX West, like officially met until we were at PAX West together, and everything clicked really easily. We got along very well. We chatted so much during that time to the point where we were just like, do you want to just do streams together? That's where Good Vibes Arcade was born, was just that idea. And then coming home from PAX, we just steamrolled all these graphics and assets out to help not start the Twitch channel, but put life back into it. But yeah, Brandon's always very easy to work with. He's such a great guy. He's gonna make an amazing dad when Ella comes by. And yeah, I mean, I aspire to do animations and videos like Brandon, like the way that he does. So that's kind of pushed me forward to learn After Effects, to do more things to push myself in Premiere Pro and help the channel look as good as it can be and just have the content that it does. That's mostly Brandon's influence. So
I'm gonna cry.
I just imagine you two like in the scene from Step Brothers where you just find out like you two are basically the same person. Did we just become best friends?
Oh, I love that video. I love that clip.
It's pretty much our lives now.
Yep.
To the point where we finish each other's sentence sometimes in the Discord chat. It's hilarious.
There was one recently. I wish I could remember exactly what it was, but we literally typed the same thing at the same time. It was weird.
Was it like double the John, double the something? I know it was something along that lines.
Simultaneously, they came in, and I was just like, "How?"
It's a variation on sharing the same brain cell.
Yeah, but I don't want to like leave Derek out because he talked to me a little bit too. Derek, I've been watching you since college.
It's like an echo.
Same deal. 10 years, brother. No, it's like it's weird because I brought this up to Ash and John when we did the 3DS discussion for the Smash Brothers. Like, it's weird to have gotten to know both you and Ash through those videos, through Smash Brothers 4, that generation, and then to go back and do a video specifically on that. It felt weird, but also it felt very natural because they're always so easy to talk to. Like then Ash said, like it was like the good old days chatting with people who we agree with, at least, talking about Smash Brothers and and just having a good time talking about, you know, speculation and the hype and the trailers and everything that circles around it. And yeah, you all are just very kind to me. The one guy who didn't come from the old place, but I still feel very welcomed, and you do such great work. You persevere so much. Like the amount of dedication you have towards the work that you do, getting this video done, for example, the retrospectives, so much time and dedication that I can't imagine having myself. I can barely do the videos I do now. So doing entire movies is beyond me. But yeah, everything that you guys do, it's just I don't know, man. I never imagined I'd be able to express myself in the way that you guys have led me, and that's just very much appreciated for the whole crew, honestly.
Yeah.
So
I mean, trust me, you put out some great videos. Your videos currently are better than what mine were when I first started. So, yeah.
Oh man, I looked at my really early ones. I'm just like, ooh, I could have did a lot better with this.
Oh, I feel that.
I'm already at that point.
Oh boy. Man,
yeah.
we need a Mario Kart 9 or new Smash Brothers just to restart that whole thing so we can have those weekly discussions talking about whatever's being shown. That'd be wonderful to have again.
Yeah, I was only around for one character reveal for Smash. That was Sora. That was the only one I was able to react to with the crew, and I'm looking forward to whenever that might happen again, or for any game, honestly. But I'll be there at the Direct with a appropriate headband and shirt, as Brandon says. So
I don't have that variety of shirts. I got to step it up.
The Yeti is so good at that. They have like Xenoblade 2 shirts right now, or Xenoblade 3 shirts. I'm just like, dude, I only have so much money, Yeti. Stop it.
Well, I guess I feel like we should have saved this one for last now. It's like feels weird to go.
Oh, no. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. with
back into discussion mode.
Yeah, discussion mode for our patron topics. Mine comes from BlazeStar25 saying, you can choose one Nintendo character to make a guest appearance in any fighting game. Which character are you choosing for which game? For me, while it might be a bit of an obvious pick, I'd put Little Mac in Street Fighter. That's honestly a pretty good choice.
It's a good one.
Pretty good choice.
He fits right in.
The funny thing is, mine technically just happened thanks to mods. Captain Falcon in Tekken. Like somebody modded Captain Falcon into Tekken 7.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
And that works really well. Like you can sort of see how like his moveset could transfer to Tekken and just make it work. I think.
Oh my God, is Captain Falcon just the Guile's theme of fighting game of game characters? Because he could just be in anything. He could just be in any genre and probably make it work.
Probably. Like I keep telling you, you need to make him a F-Zero beat 'em up. Needs to happen.
That'd be
that's
so
like my dream game. Like you drive around Mute City actually bounty hunting people.
Right? Have
that'd be so good.
A day in the life of Captain Falcon has to be better than what they did in F-Zero GX's story mode.
Oh, that story mode. It was short, but it was so hard.
Seriously. Whew. What about you guys? I'm seeing some excellent suggestions from everybody.
Before it gets carried away, I have the boring one, which is a Fire Emblem character in Soul Calibur. That probably would be very fitting. I mean, we've had Link in Soul Calibur. We've had Lloyd from Tales in Soul Calibur. I think
I didn't realize that.
Soul Calibur Legends for the Wii, my friend. Look that up.
Oh, that explains it.
I actually played that game.
Yeah, Lloyd was in that one, and it was interesting, but they haven't really dipped into cameos like that ever again. One I think would be really cool. Tell me if you think so or not. Shulk, but the older Shulk in Guilty Gear. I think
yes.
I think that aesthetic fits in so well, especially with it's kind of like a bit of a steampunk aesthetic, and with the Monado, I think that would work so well with Guilty Gear's overall tone. Ooh. That would be so good for me, I think.
And his came right out of that.
His look just really feels like it too, honestly. Yeah. That metal hand.
That's a good one.
There you go. Put Shulk in Guilty Gear. Put Rex into Blaze Blue.
he does fit Blaze Blue better, I think.
Yeah, I think he fit. When you said that, it's like, no, Rex is better for Blaze Blue. I can see that.
And then we'll have Matthew and Tekken. We're gonna get the whole crew going on.
You probably know this one, but I think it's Lars Alexanderson from Tekken was a guest character in a Naruto fighting game.
It was one of the Storm games that he was a guest character in. What a weird poll.
I think I've heard, because I listened to the Triple KO podcast. They said that apparently his special move that he does in Tekken 8 is pulled directly from that game. It's 1-to-1 from his
really
special from the Naruto game. Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Sure.
For me, I love these two characters dearly, and they're basically the same person, so it just works out. I want Pit from Uprising, his Uprising incarnation in a Kingdom Hearts game, hanging out with Sora, because they are the same one brain cell, power of friendship kind of guy, and I think they would just be best friends.
Instant best friends. It'd be like you and me, but they're meeting in Kingdom Hearts land instead.
Oh, it'd be so good. You don't even have to like change Sora's design if he goes to Skyworld. He just kind of works already.
Yeah, fits in, yeah.
I think it makes sense.
If we ever get another Kingdom Hearts on Nintendo again, that's the one crossover world I want.
So good.
Oh man, Dead Awful Lion, Pyra and Mythra in Dead or Alive.
Oh my goodness.
Are we talking about the fighting game or
extreme
beach volleyball? Because
Why
there's a lot
both?
of possibilities.
I wonder why you want those two characters in that particular series.
I can't imagine why. Can't imagine.
Patron's like, both, please. The answer is yes. Oh,
Trying to think of some other. The Nintendo. I saw somebody suggest Kirby for Mortal Kombat, but would there actually be any good Nintendo character for Mortal Kombat? I can't think of it.
Nintendo character for Mortal Kombat.
Ganondorf.
Yeah, probably be Ganondorf would be the closest.
I want to see Ganondorf being brutal.
Yeah,
because that's how I perceive him.
True.
Yeah, I'd be down to see him crush a skull in his hand. That's just a very Ganondorf thing to see. He'll be the one to get me into Mortal Kombat.
He's gonna Dorian another game.
There we go. We got Ridley. A suggestion as well for Mortal Kombat. That makes sense.
Oh, that's true.
Actually, it just reminds me of, it's like, man, I really hope Tifa's a guest character for Tekken 8. That's like, I was already interested, but that'd be an instant buy.
It's so easy,
right?
It just works,
and it comes out next year. It's right around the time of Rebirth. This is easy crossover material. Like, come on,
Square Enix.
Put Cloud in the next Soul Calibur.
There you go.
If you want a weapons character,
yeah, that's true.
give him a materia-based moveset.
Man, so much crossover with fighting games.
I remember before we transferred to leaving. Picking up Air Guys just because it had Sephiroth, Cloud, Tifa, and it found out later it had Yuffie as well. Like, that's the only reason I picked up Air Guys on PS1, and not a great game, but I had fun playing as those characters.
It's like, what was that? Was it NBA Street that had Mario, Luigi, and Peach in it?
Yeah. Yeah, SSX.
NBA Street. Well, yeah, that one SSX game too. Oh my god.
I wanted those growing up purely because Mario, Luigi, and Peach were in it. And I couldn't give less than a crap about basketball.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. But yeah, I think that about covers it for those Patreon topics. Thank you all so much for those suggestions. Of course, if you want us to talk about your Patreon topics, you can go ahead and support us over at patreon.com/gvgaming. It is always appreciated. But speaking of our patrons, we got to give a special thanks because we have so many wonderful patrons here, and all of them are just appreciated, especially those at the producer tier, which we have on screen right now. We really wouldn't be able to do any of this without you, and we couldn't just spread these good vibes. We got to have these good vibes where we just join each other and compliment each other and apparently make some teary-eyed. I just realized I forgot RecBCQ's super chats. We'll get these after the executive producer list. But yeah, it's always appreciated, always beloved. And special thanks to our executive producers, which include Brandon Bovia, Cutie Caitlin, Fangs, Z Patty, Just Brian, Sky Blue Flames, Eastman23, Adam O'Sullivan, Richard Herrera, Logan Daniel, The D-Pad, Vesmio, Blake, Critter XD, Joy Content, Angel Martinez, Vedron, Joshua Hunter, Benny Yao, Azran127, Black King, Joseph Redkin, Geeky Griffin, Lucky Wanderfish, Wataniac, Top Dog 23100, Young Ben Kenobi, Doug Shomix, Andrew Medeiros, Brady Power, Darchi, Becca, Kalamox, Sean Davis, Michael McCall, Matthew Wong, Goran Amber, Too Much Spaghetti, Bane 400, Ascaron 809, Rioner, Rain and Clouds, The Game Orb, Super Gamer Dude 101, Grantles, Ravelox, Rosa Pardo Bowling, hello Steve's mom, Skull Kid Tiger, Darksteel 01, Jason Uloa, Jaden Buck, Cystic Warrior 29, DJ Jurassic, Super Dank Awesome Unicorn Guy, Derek, Colin, Blaystar 25, Mumbling Yeti, Cameron Sharp, Keel, Moon Knight, Brendan Hesse, Hustlebun, Noah Fitterer, Calvin Atkinson, Brainchild, the entire state of Wisconsin, Jim Wakeland, Longboy Shiggy, Aramis Baramis, Dylan, Kyle the Monarch, Dead Alpha Lion, Lord Metarex, Blaze Collard, Eric, Cat EV Person 5, Peyton Thiel, Mega Beatman True Blue Reviews, Young Ant, Ryan Hanley, Somnia, The Game Jamie, and Danny Walsh. Thank you all so much for your continued support, and thank you to Rick BCQ, who had 2 super chats as well, saying, was the first one saying that was too sweet. Now I have teeth decay. Sorry for that. We got apologies for that dental bills. It was dental bills. And then it was short but it was so hard. Daniel 2023.
You heard what I said.
As Ash would say, good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
You all have a great night, and we'll see you next week for more GVG Cast. Till then, everyone, bye.
Bye-bye.
Till we meet again.